Buongiorno, Vario stick here. Where are we today? We're in a pretty little southern Abruzzo town called Civitella Messer Raimondo. We're not here for the town visit today, although I will be doing one of those in the not too distant future. What we are here to do is a house visit. It's certainly a spectacular place, Civitello, and it's somewhere where lots goes on. And it's also lots of steps and some very steep places. There's an olive tree here, look. You can see the olives. There we go, see a few there. Olive harvest not that far away, depending on where you are in Italy. As I say, there's a few steps. But the house we've got to, we are going to see here, and it's just around the corner. As you can see, the view is absolutely to die for. Wow. I don't suppose the GoPro is really doing any particular favours with that, because it is a spectacular sight, to be truthful. Lots of pretty houses. This is the house here that we are going to visit. That's Anne and Martin. It's set over 3 floors, so a few steps, odd loft ladder. Next door is a cantina. Let's start our tour there. I love these old doors. Great storage here. Make sure I catch that plank all right. That's their bike. It's storage area under the house, nice and cool. I suppose you could make this into another lounge or living area, but Martin and Anne use it to store their bikes and their scooter and a few bits and bobs. Well, you've got vaulted ceilings, you can see them. It's rather nice. Nice and cool. Right on the ground floor. And as usual, things like washing machines and freezers are normally kept outside the house here in Italy. Certainly me and Mrs. Stick have ours out in the garage. Makes life a lot easier. Beautiful stonework on the house opposite. Probably got a bit of a terrace there with that view. My word. What a lovely house. Well, it would be if it was renovated. A bit of a project perhaps. So let's get back to the job in hand and Martin and Anne's house. Here we go. So here we go into Martin and Anne's house in Civitella. First we come across an absolutely delightful kitchen area. But that is a fire, it's an open fire that they use in the winter, they tell me, but obviously it's this time of year it's just screened off. Sink and cooker, that's the way in, and the obligatory pellet burner. Not everybody in the world has, everywhere in the world has pellet burners. It's something in the UK you don't see, but they are a great piece of kit. We've got one in our house, and you just put the pellets in there, just like wooden pellets. It's all recycled wood from the sawmills, and they blow out heat, do very well. And see, we've got the wine cellar up there, that's good. Lots of exposed stonework, very, very nice. Beautifully done. And an antique shelf above our heads. Because this house is stacked one story on top of the other, obviously there's plenty of stairs to keep you occupied. If you don't mind stairs, then what's the problem? Nice arch. Very nice, very pretty. Nice and cool as well, and it's 80 odd degrees today, so it's not cold by any stretch of the imagination, but in here it's lovely and cool. But now we've got the spiral staircase. They do have problems with spiral staircases in that you can't get stuff up them, but here, the house here, has got access to the road via these patio doors here. Again, lovely old doors, look. Proper blacksmith made handles. They've got fly screens, I think. They've got a terrace here. Very nice. So they can bring things in. I think we started the tour just there. That was that notice board I looked at. So they can stop there. They had a sofa or a bed. Bring the stuff up the stairs onto this terrace and then into what is their living room. It goes up to the bedroom. We'll have a look at that in a minute. But again, plenty of room, nice and cool, because you've got the shade and car parking and fabulous views. Crikey, you could look at that all day. There's a mirror here and it's got a handle. So what's behind that? Let's have a look. What's behind it is the downstairs loo. Again, very usable space. Great views. Wonder if your bathroom has got that for a view. I bet it's not. But that's just off the main living room. Fantastic. Really, really usable space. I believe that's a sofa bed, so when guests come, they can use this as their bedroom. Look at that lovely window. Wow. At the back of the living room, where we've just been, is a staircase. So let's have a look, see where that goes. You can probably guess. They've got air conditioning as well as heating in the house, so they've got the best of both worlds. Bunk beds in here if anybody thinks to stay, but that's the main bedroom. Mosquito nets. Again, a lovely cool room. Great atmosphere. Beautifully done. Spent a lot of time and effort getting the decoration just right. There, I suppose, ensuite, if you want to call it that, or the second or main bathroom is up here. And a loo. And the shower. And again, another nice view. Why not? Lovely breeze coming through that as well. These are mosquito nets as well, so keep them little bitey bugs away when you're in bed at night. Very important. Like the fancy light switch. Step down. Great size this. Certainly plenty big enough. That's the air conditioning unit. It will do air conditioning, blow cold one way and it'll heat the other. So it's double functioning. And from here you've got fantastic. Let's just open that book screen. Fantastic little terrace. Wow. Beautiful day, by the way. That breeze is coming straight off the sea. Wow. I'm looking forward to coming back here and do the proper town visit. And make sure my knee's in good order before we start all of these steps. That's the ground floor. Do you remember we came out there and I discussed about getting furniture in there, but we're a couple of stories up now, so things have changed a bit. Now there is another level to this house, so you'll have to give me a couple of minutes to get the ladders down so we can get onto the top level where we'll meet Anne and Martin. So here we are now up those stairs, steps, whatever you want to call them. Mind your head, Martin kept telling me. I think you're only going to hit that once and never ever do it again. But it's a very good space, very usable. Maybe a summer kitchen or something in the future. But at the moment there's plenty of storage, plenty of space. and a huge terrace out here. Let's go and have a look, see what we got. So, Martin and Anne, thanks very much. Civitella Messer Raimondo. Can we ask that again, Anne? How exactly do you say that? Is that right? I'm infamous for saying the wrong words.
No, that's right. It's Civitella
Yeah?
Messer Raimondo.
Yeah. Simple, simple. Martin, why did you end up here at Civitella?
Well, when I was working in the UK, I had a guy come to work with me, and he was coming over to Abruzzo in Italy, a place I'd never heard of, to be honest with you. He then came over here and came back and started showing me pictures and talking about how lovely it was, how friendly everybody was, and it sort of spurred my interest. I went home and spoke to Anne about it. Anne had never been here, and we ended up a few months later going over to visit the guy who I was working with, who bought a holiday home in Carsley.
Somebody not too far away.
and from there he did warn us. He did say, if you come to Abruzzo, you will end up buying a house. We said, don't be ridiculous. We will never do that.
That didn't work.
And here we are.
How long have you been here, Anne? How long have you owned this house?
It's 5 years next month.
And your residence here?
Yes.
Yeah. And just before Brexit, I guess.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
So what's the best part about Messer there? What do you love most of all?
Well, obviously there's the views.
Yes.
And the mountains and the walking.
We love our walking, don't we? We love our cycling. Skiing.
You love the skiing, don't you?
Yeah,
I go, but I don't particularly enjoy it. But
it's too cold.
I go.
It's too cold.
Yeah.
Is this one of those places where you can ski in the morning, swim in the afternoon?
Yes.
Have you done that?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
Yes. Wow, wonderful.
Yeah, if you go to Passo Lanciano, which is probably about an hour drive away, you can actually see the sea while you're skiing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And what's the skiing season here? There's plenty of people out there who'll be interested in that.
Yeah, it can vary, but we have skied early December, right up until the end of March. The last couple of years, the snow has come a bit later in the season.
February and March tend to be
the guaranteed.
Best. Yeah.
Yes, but it's sort of come a bit later in the season and lasted a bit longer.
And how much does it cost a day pass?
Oh, it's something ridiculous, like 15 euros, is it, up at Passo Lanciano for a morning?
Yeah.
And how does that compare to, say, the Alps?
Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh, there's no comparison.
Yeah.
There's no comparison. And also, you can, when Anne's done her half an hour of skiing, she'll pop in the bar for a small beer and a panini or a pizza, and it costs about €3, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, fabulous.
It's
absolutely fabulous.
And what about the facilities here in Messer, Anne?
Yeah, we've got a supermarket, Tigra, which is probably about a mile, just sort of going out towards Para San Martino. There's a pharmacy, a bar, and a new bar, hopefully next month opening.
Wow.
And a restaurant. So yes, there's lots here.
What's the restaurant like? What's the food?
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a really nice restaurant just over there towards the Lake Casley.
Oh right, yeah.
Which is really good.
Yes, we've got a school here as well, haven't we? There's a little school here.
So if you went to the restaurant here and had, I don't know, 2 or 3 courses, a couple of beers, a glass of wine, how much would that cost for the pair of you?
Oh, I don't know. We was out on Friday, up further up into the mountains towards a place called Rocca Caramanico, which is absolutely beautiful. And we went with 2 friends, and we had starters. We all had a main. We had 3 large beers, a coffee, and chips, I think.
Yes, of
And I
course.
think in total it was about €59.
For the four of
For the
you.
four of us.
For all of
yeah.
us, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
So
and,
eating
and
it-
it was fabulous.
So you're eating out and
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And the good thing, I suppose, about living in a town like this, although it's only a small town, has to be said, but you can have a few beers and walk home in the evening and sit out here on the terrace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there anything you don't like about Civitella?
The wind.
It does get windy up here, doesn't it?
If the wind comes, it's windy.
Because there's nothing between you and the Adriatic, I don't suppose, is there?
No.
This is the first place it hits.
Yeah.
When we first came here, we were curious as to why there were stones and boulders on top of the roofs. And then we quickly worked out that's the reason.
Yeah.
It's because the wind can be a little bit feisty.
What about the winters here? When did that kind of kick in?
We've not
It
had
varies.
snow up here, have we?
Yeah, it varies, doesn't it? Very often you get a nice sunny day, or you could get a week where you can't go out the house because of the wind and the rain or the snow.
I mean,
so
what's the date
terrible.
today? Is it 2nd of?
Is it the 3rd?
3rd of October, and it's 30 degrees.
Yes,
Yeah,
fabulous.
So is this going to last here until Christmas?
Hopefully.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
We've
Maybe.
never, even in January or February, we've never had to go outside and scrape ice off of the car,
No.
have we? We've seen a little bit of frost on the grass, but we've never had frost on the car,
So
ever.
a very easy climate to live
Yes,
in.
yeah.
So, Anne, what are all these villages and towns around and about? I can see them. I don't know whether the camera can, but maybe so.
Okay, so in the distance is Castel Frantano,
Uh-huh.
and then just in front here, on looking towards the coast, you can just see Casale.
Yeah, I got that.
And if you pan round, the one here just in front is La Font,
Lafont.
which is part of Civitella.
Yep.
And going down, Calazotto,
Uh-huh.
which again is part of Civitella. And if you'd go directly above Calazotto, you can see Jesopolena
Right.
just along the ridge.
Yeah. There's plenty of places to explore around here then.
Yeah, and if you follow it round, I don't know if you can see just in the distance, you've got the higher buildings of Torricella Polenia.
All right. Crikey, a lot to keep you occupied.
Yeah.
And then there's all the mountain walks as well.
And this tree is covering Palambaro.
Oh, right. Now that's quite a big town, isn't it, really?
Yeah, you can just see the top
Yeah,
section.
got it. Is the weather always this nice around here?
Yeah.
Yes. Good answer. So, from Martin and Anne and a wonderful, wonderful house in Civitella Messer Raimondo, I think that's right, I'd like to thank Anne and Martin, wherever Martin's gone. And this is Vario Stick, and our two kindly hosts saying ciao
Ciao
for
for
now.
now.